Good morning, this is Justin here, and this past Sunday, Mike taught on the passage of Matthew in chapter 13, verses 1 through 14, and it was an interesting story about John the Baptist getting beheaded. And I want to share with you one of the things that I shared with the students when we talked about this subject. Psalms 56, verse 3 says this, "When I am afraid, I will trust in you. In God, whose word I praise, in God I trust. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" See, one of the things I taught the students was that we can overcome fear of our reputation. And when I think of reputation, it's like part of what we portray people and how they perceive that. And a perfect example always came to my mind was Terrell Owens. His Hall of Fame thing, he didn't really go. But when you think of Terrell Owens on the football field, man, that was like a great athlete. Like one of the best wide receivers of all time in between the fields when he played. He played a Super Bowl on a broken leg against the Patriots and still was the best receiver on the field. It's just crazy how good and talented he was. But his reputation kind of took that away from him. All great athletes have it. Allen Iverson had a reputation. LeBron, Kobe, actors, actresses, movie stars, singers, their Instagram page gives you a little bit of who they really are and how you want them to perceive. And Herod fell into that trap because his daughter did this amazing dance and he was like, "That was so awesome. What do you want? I'll give you whatever you want." And the mother persuaded her to say, "I want John the Baptist's head on a platter." Instead of saying, "Absolutely not. There's no way we're going to do that." He decided it was more important for his reputation to be intact than to do what the Lord asked him to do. So he cared more about pleasing the people than pleasing God. And he ended up beheading John the Baptist. And we all have a reputation, but in America, we have this wonderful privilege of freedom to talk about Jesus. See, when David was writing this psalm, he was in fear of his life. He was hiding out. Saul was trying to kill him, and he says, "What can mere mortals do to me?" And here in America, there's not very much that they can do to us. They can call us bad names. They can say we're whatever they want to say, and whatever the names are, they're kind of silly, like Bible thumper, like what in the world is that? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of random stuff that they say. And it's like the words do hurt, but our lives are still intact. And I want to challenge you guys and encourage you guys that, hey, don't be afraid to share Jesus with people, even though it may cause a rift in even your family or your friendships, because there's not much they can really do to us. They can't physically harm us. In America, that's one of the great gifts that we have. And so I just want to encourage you guys that we can overcome this fear of our reputation, of how people perceive us. And we can look at Herod as a perfect example of what not to do. Because with God, all things are possible. And with God, whatever conflict you're in, you have the ability to overcome. Just how David was hiding for his life and was able to overcome that huge conflict with God's help. So guys, be encouraged today. We need to learn how to please God more than pleasing people. That's extremely difficult. God gets that. We all understand that. But through him, we can overcome that. Guys, have a great day.